So hello and welcome everyone to the next edition of the Alliance Live Show, episode number 95. We're knee deep in the Padme live event, so I figured I'd show you guys my attempts here to get to 6-star. I was able to scrape by last night and get her to 5 stars, just barely. I didn't unlock her yet, so I'll do that on the stream here in a few moments. But before we get there, let me introduce my co-hosts and colleagues. First and foremost, the Thunder from Down Under, my good old buddy, good old Maurice. How you doing, friend?
Pretty good, man. How you doing?
Pretty good. I'm just hoping that I can scrape by here and get a victory out and maybe get Padme to 6 stars at least. I don't think I'm going to be able to do the 7 stars this time. I was not prepared for the difficulty, I think, at level 7. But I think that if I get her to 6 stars, at least she'll be good enough for some stuff in the game. How you doing, Avi? I'm here with Avi as well.
I'm doing great. This is awesome.
Excellent. And also, from the Reality Skewed Gamers, the best Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes live show host in the world, RangerJ1999. How you doing, my friend?
You speak the truth, my friend. But what I want to know is, when the hell did good on Maurice become an Aussie? Down under? He's in North Kakalaki or South Kakalaki. He's one of the Kakalaki. He's not down there with the crocodiles and kangaroos, yo.
I knew somebody was going to have something to say about that. But you know what? I'm glad it was you. Okay, because we can have this dialogue here. And yes, yeah. I think that he's not from what you would call to be the down under in Australia. Yeah. But in New York, he kind of lives down under. So I'm just thinking, kind of like geographically speaking,
Well, I'm in Atlanta.
He's down he's down underneath me. So it's down under. I mean, to me, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, that means I'm in the pits of hell. I mean, I'm way beneath him there, Lord.
But
Hades, here I am. Come visit, everyone. We have lots of death and decay. Yeah.
I'm just saying longitude, latitude, brother. That's all I'm talking about.
Okay.
I'm not talking about some sort of social hierarchy here or heaven or hell or anything like that. But
sure.
But no, I agree that down under is definitely a term that's commonly referred to as a person or persons that come from the land of Australia.
Well, how does good old Maurice feel about being considered confusion with the Down Under reference?
Well, I think geographically, Australia is below the Mason-Dixon line, so I guess
this is true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. Where is the Mason-Dixon line?
What do you mean?
I don't know. I've heard it said a million times, and I've always heard that phrase. It's
well, where do you
below.
think
It's above the Mason-Dixon line or below the Mason-Dixon line. I've heard it said in movies and various different things. And maybe this makes me really stupid, but
let's give you a history lesson. So, where do you think that term comes from?
I don't know. Some war in the past.
Okay, which one would you think it would be?
It starts with a C and ends with a symbol.
The Civil War?
Yes. It was the line of demarcation between the North and the South during the Civil War. The Mason-Dixon line.
Now, I actually do remember that that's what it is. But I mean, like, because I have known that in the past. But I mean, now... again, it's not something that I guess I talk about very much, and that's it's interesting information, but it's definitely above where Australia is, I think. So yes,
yeah, that's a whole hemisphere conversation, but we don't have time for that tonight.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on, and we're gonna take a look at my separatists. So what we have here is, I guess, not too bad. I mean, I could be in a worse position than I am right now. And this is kind of where I go into this with, a Gear 12 Asajj, a Gear 12 Grievous with a Zeta. I've got double Zeta on Asajj. I've got a Gear 11 B2, a Gear 11 Count Dooku, and a Gear 10 Sunfac. I should be able to get a 6-star Padme.
I just got mine for less.
So, I don't know why, but yesterday I did a couple of runs on... level 6 just to see what I was in for tonight, and to be honest with you, it didn't look good. So I may need to do some remodding here or whatever, but you guys can kind of...
mods, man. It's about the right mods. It's not your high level mods. It's about having the right mods on the characters.
Yes.
And it's about knowing, like, Dooku is basically... anytime you have his ability to hit Kenobi with his stun, shock ability, you need to do that, but it's all about burning Padme down. Anything else is, you save your dispels and all that stuff so you can keep hitting her. And you've got to get the right RNG. You've got to have at least, a majority of your team up. You can lose Sunfac, that's fine. That's just going to depend on what lead you're running. What lead are you running? Grievous? See, I did it with Asajj. I've had no luck with Grievous, and the reason you're not going to have luck with Grievous in this is because you have Metal Monstrosity on, which I'm assuming that's the Zeta you have on, is going to kill your B2 too fast.
So Grievous is killing, in fact, my B2.
Right.
That's not good.
Now, he's going to do that irregardless. But the reason I had Asajj lead is because as the deaths pile up, you start killing things. The reason I got it is because my Asajj was so ramped up at the end of that one where I got it, where she just was one shot and fools everywhere. Hey, Thane Kyrell just donated $2. She says, "Is the Devin Kevin meta the Internal Twins meta?" No, it's wrong, Thane. You're a piece of crap.
That's awesome.
No, it's not. Don't encourage him. I'm picking up the slack for good old Maurice. I'm looking at the chat, so don't worry. And he knew that I was going to read that. It's like he knew. Thane is not a good man. He trolls me all the time.
Thank you.
I've been very nice. Even did like Ross reviews for his friends and all this other stuff. And this is how he treats me.
Thank you very much, Thane, and I appreciate that. But yeah, I mean, this is pretty much where it falls apart for me here. So, like, I get this.
You got to stay on Padme. Stay on Padme. It's about stunning her. No, you got to stay on Padme. Forget Kenobi. You have to kill Padme because she cannot be rezzed, and she's the one that is going to make your life miserable.
Yeah, she cannot be rezzed by Fishface.
I've seen her get rezzed before.
No, it's not. No, it doesn't work that way.
No, she's the only one that doesn't get a res. There you go. Stun her.
Kill her. maim her, kill her.
She keeps getting protection up. Damn it! With your protection up.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kenobi is definitely a waste of time.
Yeah, you've got to stay on Padme. You've got to save your dis buffs and dispels. Use your shock on Kenobi when you've got it, but yeah, that's how you've got to do it. You've got to be able to stay on Padme and kill her. Because once she's down, if you got Grievous, Dooku, and Asajj, now you're running Grievous lead, that's going to make it different, but by the time it came to the end, I mean, Asajj was just going ham on those guys.
Maybe I should run Asajj lead. Let's see what
Try it. That's what I use. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, do you think Asajj lead, did it work for you? I mean, Maurice, how did you do in this event?
Previously, B2, 100, Sun Fact, and Asajj.
See, that works because he's got the droids.
So I used Grievous, B2, Droidica, IG-100, and Asajj.
Yeah. You see, that
didn't.
droids.
Yeah, I didn't even bother with B1 because B1 ended up just pissing me off. So
yeah, B1 does more harm than good.
Yeah, he did more harm than good, but it was kind of nice that he can kind of help heal like Grievous or something. But at the same time, it wasn't worth it in the end. But what won it for me was Droidica. Droidica for the win.
Yeah.
Droidica, when that hit and it was like done and over with and took him out just about one shot. But it's getting to that point because of the RNG factor.
Yeah, you can play it perfectly, but if you get a dodge or they miss or something like that, then you're basically there's nothing you can do. There's just it's nothing. There's not a chance in hell. You just have to stick on Padme and get her down. And I like Asajj lead because once Sunfat goes down from her, she starts hitting really hard. And if you can keep the debuffs on Padme and keep her to where her health is just you get all the protection off her and stuff, then you can really start laying the Scunion on.
See, and B2 just took off most of the buffs, but didn't take it off of her.
Well, she's got to get that crit thing, but yeah, you're doing well. I mean, this is kind of the strategy. You're just going to get a little bit. It's okay. Just stay on Padme. Oh no, so close. That's what happens, but there's nothing you can do, man. You just have to keep at it, and I mean, I was the most relaxed in any of the events I've ever done here because I didn't care. I was like, I'd already unlocked her. And it's like, and I just kept going at it. I knew what I had to do. It was just a matter of if I could get just that right RNG, and I did finally, because I'd gotten close like 2 or 3 times. I'd gotten it down to, it was like one attempt I got it down to where Mace had like just a sliver of health, and the fish guy had like a sliver of health. And they went before me, and he stunned my damn Asajj. Like, you filthy... Or no, I actually killed the fish guy. It was Kenobi and him, but he did that. Then Kenobi did his double call, and they killed my Asajj. I'm like, well, I'm probably going to get this tonight. And then I got that RNG run where they kept screwing up, and then Asajj just laid pain. So, yeah, you just got to stick on Padme and just burn her down. And then once you do that, it's Anakin. Let him revive. Kill Anakin again. Then stay on the fish dude. Your B2 is for him. It's not fair.
My B2 is in trouble. And my B2, I think, needs different mods. But, whatever. This is not looking good already, I can tell you that. B2 is pretty much a necessity. I'm going to restart this.
Try Asajj lead. I'm telling you, it's what really... She gets more stuns from her abilities and stuff like that. It's still RG dependent because there's times where I'm like, all right, Asajj, go in there, and you didn't stun. I always use... I was going back and forth to keep her stunned with Asajj and Grievous, his third ability, which allows him to stun. And I just kept that saved just for her. Like, oh no, you ain't gonna do that protection up, Padme.
It's an IG-100 Zeta kind of did it for me. Everybody poops on that Zeta all the time. That one actually won me the event. I had Mace stunned the entire time.
No, yeah. Hit Padme. Kill her. Shoot her. Maim her. Does anybody have any missiles? Fire some missiles at her. Keep her locked down. That's okay. That just ramped up your Asajj. Stay on Padme. Stay on Padme.
The Sun Fact serves one purpose: to taunt once, eat Mace's little debuff, and die.
Mm-hmm. But that debuff, you know, the great thing about B2 and Asajj, remove those buffs and you can stick on Padme, and that's really super nice.
Be nice to have this spell right now, because I know I'm just going to be wasting these hits on her.
Just gotta stick with it. Oh, Nev wants to know if you want to be in the play. He's play of Star Wars.
I would be in the play.
I'll get with Nev. Nev, quit asking me to do your dirty work. You get your butt in there and you ask these famous people if they want to do it. They'll all say yes. You can check out Nev's channel. Zyle's in the channel too. Check out his channel too. Free publicity. Now hit Padme.
I can't see what you're doing, but you should probably be hitting Padme.
Oh, almost.
The main thing I should do is hit Padme, yeah. But now I have Padme dead, and all I have is Grievous
Kill
and
Anakin.
Asajj.
Just your main goal is to get to Anakin, because the other guys will not hit you hard enough to do anything. Get past Kenobi's. Yeah.
All right, let's pow Anakin out of here. Let's bang him out.
Yeah.
Bang! All right, bang Anakin. Bang Anakin out.
And if you're not Anakin's not up, then hit the fish dude.
Yep, hit fishy.
Let's hope we can stun him here. This would be sweet. Nope, he's a piece of shit.
You know, Anakin's gonna get a revive. Hit him again. It's fine. Just you're working your way down. Use your big AoEs.
It's not gonna get a revive. Oh no! I thought I had that. Oh, that totally sucks. Okay, so I gotta take Anakin out here again. Ugh.
Yeah, but you can do it. You can do it. Kill Anakin.
Kill Anakin. He's done. No, don't kill Grievous.
It's gonna ramp her up if you do. So don't. You can start one-shot fools. All right, just stick on fish fry.
Okay, I'm wondering if I should dispel here before I go, or what I should do here.
I mean, you can, but I mean, you're gonna have to. You got to get the foresight off, and you're gonna have to hit him. So you're gonna have to try to stun him. But yeah, I would dispel.
I'm wondering if I should dispel him and Windu's.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Okay, now we can go right for Fish Face.
Kill him. Shoot him. Maim him.
Yes, he's done. Uh-oh.
Yeah,
this may happen here.
All right. Yeah, if you got Grievous. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. To switch it to the Asajj lead.
Yep.
For the win.
That'll do it.
I'm not going to help you anymore. Every time I come on these goddamn streams, I help you get Malik, and then I help you get damn Asajj. I'll let you figure it out from now on.
Oh, that's so
I
sweet.
just spent hours doing this stuff.
That's so sweet. And I'm totally content with this. I mean, I completely did not expect to be good enough to get the 7-star version, but that's cool. So, all right, 6-star Padme. I'm excited about a 6-star Padme, actually.
Nice.
I don't know. I may
Do you want to try the tier 7 just to see how awful it is?
Yeah, give it a little
give it a little love tap.
Give it a little tasty taste.
Just a little action. Yeah.
A little lick on the side.
I kind of wanted to end this event on a high note. You know what I'm saying? And you guys drug me back in here for this. What's going to be a despicable round?
Just no. You already know it's.
This is going to be so gross. Yeah, I'm not even going to want to think about it anymore. I'm going to have nightmares about this right now.
Same strat, but yeah.
It's basically Anakin goes once, Mace goes once, you lose.
You're like, hey, wait a minute. I don't want to play. Damn it. Well, this is done. You cannot win. You cannot win. It's over. They have the high ground.
What's this like? Looks like a guy holding up his muscles.
That's the courage buff.
That's the courage buff?
Yeah, that's the courage buff.
That's the courage.
That's only for this event, right?
No,
that's in the game, yeah.
Oh, no. I don't want to see that logo ever again in my life.
Well, you're going to get used to it. It's part of it.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it anymore. That looks like such a ridiculous buff.
Yep. Kill the Padme, kill the Padme, kill the Padme, kill the Padme. You're not going to win.
This is murder. Yeah, there's no chance. I mean,
this is where you need Droideka. That's why it makes it. The Droideka is the MVP of this event.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm farming those guys, but that's not going to happen tonight. You know, I also think that, you know, I think it's 6-star Padme is okay. I'm happy with the crystals and the shards for a character that I didn't prepare for at all. And 6 stars, not bad. You know, I mean, I'll wait for a 7-star Padme. Anymore. I'll wait for a 7-star Padme.
Yeah, when Padme comes around 7 stars, I'm not helping. I'm going to let you do hours upon streams and stuff, then say you like it, buddy.
So the non-midriff Padme.
Who's Padme?
Padme Amidala.
There you go.
I mean, we knew she was coming to this game. It was like only a matter of time. She's too important, you know. Leia and Darth Vader's mom. It's you know, she's got to be here.
Okay, since we got Padme in this event, who do you guys think is going to be the TV special character? Right, the one that'll be up.
Oh man, I just have no idea.
No clue.
I was banking on Padme. I 100% thought
that would have been a great game.
That would have been great. Yeah, maybe it's another Geonosian. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Maybe it's sanity.
Maybe it's Geonosian Queen.
I don't think so. She wasn't. I just don't see that.
No, I don't think it'll happen either. I'm just kidding.
I mean, she's the size of a damn well. No.
I would be happy with like Geonosian General. You know, there's no important Geonosian character in the story. So I mean,
not really.
So I mean, it's like you know, I would say something like that, or maybe it'll be a generic Geonosian, you know, or maybe it'll be
Geonosian Janitor. That's right. You can own this character today.
They need to have Click Clack.
Click Clack. I don't know. Maybe it's a character that has nothing to do with Geonosis.
Never know.
I mean, would that be possible? I mean,
it could just be about Clone Wars.
Honestly, and this kind of trumps my whole thing here, and that's kind of what I thought that the next territory battles, I would have bet all my money on the next territory battles being Territory Battles Endor, okay, and I thought that we were gonna get, Endor Leia, you know, with that Endor outfit that she wears.
Oh, Ramon, that's next year's.
And I thought we were going to get
5-year plan, buddy. Come on, stay on target.
I thought we were going to get Luke Skywalker. I thought all this stuff was going to happen. So, I mean, the fact that they went, Geonosis is still cool, but just kind of not what I expected.
It's kind of out there on the edge of the limits because there's so many other things like Endor and some other places that they could have picked.
Let's be real, it's a TB.
Yeah.
Right.
That they copied from Battlefront.
It's stressful for like 2 TBs and everyone quits caring.
Yeah. And this time you'll need 50 stars. Yeah, it's all. Oh yeah, she's not bad. I mean, Gear 9 is where you start going, oh no.
Yeah.
But yeah.
What is she? She takes, I think, 3 of those MK7
Yeah.
$100 bills.
3 sets of them, yes.
3 sets. I thought Malik was fun.
She's really ridiculous to gear, huh?
Oh yeah, she's a Malik version of Malik.
Now, didn't they put the gear in for each of the levels because they over-geared her, requesting, or I should say, they requested too much gear or too high a gear for her, and so they supposedly put in. I didn't even notice if they gave us gear after we. Okay, I didn't even notice. So I was hoping
to make up for it, right? Because they overshot big time, and so they're instead of going back and revamping it, they just put as rewards,
right? That's
for each level, like you just saw Riemann got 50 Sun Cups. That's the kind of stuff they put in there. So it is what it is.
I think I was so frustrated with the event, I didn't even realize what the rewards were. I didn't even look.
Yeah, it's crystals and credits and those specific pieces. So
for this event, man, we should have gotten so much stuff.
I love the rewards for legendary events. They're always
not for Malik. That sucked. Those rewards.
Oh yeah,
those rewards. That was different. That was a different kind of event. That wasn't like a legendary event, like in the traditional sense. This is a legendary event. 7 rounds. You get shards for the character all the way up to 7 stars, and you get you get crystals with every victory. So it's like I love the legendary rewards because you basically get like I don't know how much it is exactly, but it's probably like 300, 400 crystals.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So it's pretty sweet. It's like another. If you get the 7-star character, it's like another territory battles worth of crystals for you. It's like another payout for your arena. So apparently I have enough gear for Padme to get her to gear 8.
Yeah. Once you get her to gear 8, you get her to gear 9. It's not bad. It's just that you need the new gear piece. And I've got one more to put on Malik, and it's like...
You got any of those leftover 2-dot mods to throw on her?
Yeah.
I always have enough 2-dot mods to throw on any character at all times. I'm always prepared for that.
Are you?
Is she worth gearing up for me at this point? Is she really that important?
No. I mean, she makes... It's the 3rd best team, in my opinion.
I mean, is she like insta, like you get her 6 stars, you level her up to gear 11 or whatever? Is she that important? Is she that important right now? And she takes all this new stuff too, of course, that I want to put on Mel.
I mean, yeah.
If you have the supporting cast, I'd say yes.
Yeah, it depends on like for me, I'm going to work on. I'm finished up that last piece on Malik because I can't do anything until it gets to gear 12. And then I'm working on Spirit. I really want my Spirit geared. And then I'm going to go work on Padme. But I've got Anakin 12, Kenobi 12. I got to get Snips to 12, so I think she's 11. So, and I'm waiting to see what the base would work. But my mates is already gear 11 and a half. So, so for me, it makes sense to just go ahead and gear Padme up. But if you are sucking on Jedi with Anakin and all those folks, finish your Revan and Malak first. Stay on target. Don't chase the shiny. It's bad. Okay, don't be doing that. It's bad.
Yeah, I was going somewhere with this.
I'm just here, so.
I'm sorry, I kind of zoned out with looking at the gear here for a second. What was our topic of conversation again? We're talking about
the Mason-Dixon line and its effect on.
We were talking about whether she's worth the gear or not.
Whether worth it, she is, but you've got to be in the position to make it work, and that's why I'm saying it depends on where your other characters are at.
My Snips is at I think gear 10, and I have everybody else gear 12.
Yeah, so for you it makes sense, but that's as long as your Darth Revan team's good to go.
Yeah,
I mean, for me, I'm not now that I've got her 6 stars. I've got all the separatists to 7 stars. I'll work on the gear on them after. I may just go finish Padme just because it'll give me another team, a solid team that I can use in Territory Wars or Grand Arena.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll go back and keep working on the separatists because really, I don't care about spy and all that stuff. I mean, the priority is to farm B1 and Droideka so that next time comes around, I don't have to screw around. I'm just gonna go in there and stuff and go kick that ass, so but you have to really look at your roster, where you're at, what you're working on. You don't want to stop what you're working on just because you get Padme, especially if you don't have the rest of the roster on your Galactic Republic to warrant you stopping. I mean, especially if you get Darth Vader and Malak. Someone asked me that today. I'm like, no, are you crazy? Stay on target.
Right.
So what's the ideal Padme team right now?
Nobody knows. I mean, it's Padme, Anakin, Kenobi, and the 5th.
Probably Kid Fisto.
Isn't it?
Kid Fisto, yes, it's Kid Fisto. This whole time we didn't know, but
Snips.
Do you think a 6-star? Do you think a 6-star gear 9 Padme or a gear 8 Padme?
Yes, absolutely.
Can take on a Jedi Knight Revan right now?
No, not a Jedi Knight Revan. She'll get crushed.
Only because yours has an extra A in her name, so yours will do better than mine.
Yeah. I was losing that battle, and then that A came. And then I
don't know. All right, so then I guess the arena is not the place to test her out.
No, definitely not.
And you will get raffle stomped.
Well, I mean, there's certain characters. Like, I mean, like if you had like a gear 10, Bastila Lashan, you could have ran that in arena, a couple months ago.
Right.
But it's a total different power creep than Padme. I mean, you need the Zetas. Most definitely, her leader Zeta is the priority.
I got Darth Malak to 6 stars, by the way, the other day, so I'm excited about that.
Very nice, very nice. Enjoy that grind. That's really killing me on my gear 12 because I was farming that for the longest time. For after you get Hermit Yoda and Womp, you're like, hell yeah, it's time to get gear 12. And then you're like, what, Malak? No,
my med packs.
It's not fair. How can you have a guild event store and not be on the council? So shut up. Suck it up and farm Malak.
So I would assume this is pretty much the team here, right? Padme, Jedi Knight Anakin, Ahsoka, General Kenobi, and Grandmaster
Some
Yoda.
say Grandmaster Yoda. I mean, I think the team that was put on there had 3PO in it or something. That's a no. Because I think you tested that out, if I'm not mistaken, good old Maurice. You and TMoney and I know missed it, and Rondé tested it out. 3PO just didn't really make anybody happy.
I think 3PO is good if you're using it against a non-Darth Revan team, where there's like teams where you can actually prevent buffs and countering. I think he's very good, but not against Darth Revan. I don't think he's the best
Right. But we had that. I mean, if we get that Mace rework, that Mace rework is like the one we got in this battle. Yes, please. Thank you. Por favor. That dude is nasty. I mean,
have they officially announced that, or is it...
No, but they better, because I'm going to be really upset if I'm like, look, turds, you don't show us a maze that's kicking that ass like that in this event and say you can't rework them. Hell to the no. Just no. But yeah, I mean, we have to wait to see what the rest of the reworks are going to be on these characters to really give you a good sense of, you know, I mean, we've got the big three in Padme, but there's still that spot on the fifth. Like, you know, we were kind of the same thing we were wondering before they announced Malik. What are we going to run with Darth Revan? We know Fallen Bastila, HK, and Sith Trooper, but, you know, there was a lot of debate about, you know, was it better to run Scion and Thrawn or Sith Trooper in this, you know, and then all of a sudden Malik came out and you're like, okay, so we know what to run now. So moving on, we know it has to be farmed. I think that's going to be something like that, a rework of a character or something added that's going to be the fifth on that team where it's like, there you go. There's the team.
Yeah, 100%, man. I think we're missing the fifth character.
Yep.
You know, maybe it is the fishy guy. Another version of Joe Lee.
Surprise Jar Jar Binks.
Oh, little Ernie!
Oh, you didn't think it was me!
He's a muy happy.
You never really thought I was coming to this game.
All right. You sound like Mickey Mouse. oh boy! Star Wars Galaxy here.
That is really Mickey Mouse's voice, though. Ranger does impressions, if you guys didn't know.
Oh, I do quite a few of them. I get asked all the time to do impressions. And it's fun, though, when it's like kids' birthdays and stuff like that. They want to hear Kermit or something like that. Yoda's a big request, too. So,
Right.
Yeah, I enjoy it thoroughly. Batman, Bane, I do them all.
That's funny. I mean, you know, you sound pretty good with most of them, so.
Well, I've had a lot of practice. And by practice, I mean I have no life. So. I just something I always was naturally good at. My brother does them, too. He does some of the ones that I can't do. He does an incredible Donald Duck. I remember.
I can do. I need to talk better. Or I should say be, speak clearer with Donald Duck, but I can do Donald Duck, and I can do most of the characters from South Park too.
Oh yeah.
Well, you know you're doing Donald Duck right now.
Oh,
so,
no.
I mean, after saying that, you got to do Donald Duck now. You can't tell us.
Don't put her on the spot. Some people are not.
You can't tell us that you have some, this hidden talent, this hidden skill, and that you're not going to, share with the world. You got to tell everybody. You got to tell everybody you're Donald Duck. You got to give us a solid Donald Duck.
Okay, I'm gonna mute Discord for just a second because I'm going to get ready for it, and then I'll come back on. I just want to make sure.
Massage the jaw. There you.
Yep, definitely. It can't. There's only like a word or two I can speak clearly. I used to do it better when I was a lot younger, but as I got older, I get worse.
Sorry.
Okay, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Abby, that break you're taking is only building the suspense even further.
What's that? Good old Maurice. You kind of were distanced there.
Yeah. So the break she's taking is only building the suspense.
I know, right?
Okay.
Okay, here we go.
That's awesome.
Oh boy, that's pretty good.
That's awesome. That was pretty good. That was pretty good. Honestly, I gotta tell you, I was expecting her to come out here and for it to be absolutely awful. Like the worst Donald Duck impression ever, and then for us have to sit here and be like, "Oh, Abby, that was fantastic, great job, yeah."
Well, if I had a,
but it was actually really good. It was good.
If I warmed up for about 30 more seconds, I could have done better. But
That's okay. Yeah.
it's a hard one to do. It's a hard
What
impression.
the hell are you doing, Rima? What was that noise?
I don't know. I think that was my impression of Ranger.
That's not me. No.
Oh, Nathaniel said that it was that was Abby Duck.
I don't know. I have this weird after noise I make sometimes, like when I'm laughing and I'm not paying attention. So like sometimes when I laugh, if let's say it's like part of the conversation, I'll sit there and I'll laugh and I'm like afterwards, and after I'm done laughing, and I don't even think about it. It's just something I do.
The after laugh, that's fantastic. Like an earthquake, there's the aftershock.
Like after I'm done laughing, I'm like at the end, as it'll kind of like drift off. The laugh will kind of like.
Oh Jesus!
That's it. It's if you.
I heard no. I was like, what is that? Was he doing on a person? What is that?
If you were just to single out, the sound alone, it would sound like a crazy person. It sounds horrible.
That's all right.
But yeah, so okay, so Padme against Galactic War dominates. Okay, absolutely.
Well, all these meta teams do. Yeah, I mean,
is that level 1 GW or Galactic War?
Level 1.
Level 1.
Yeah, is that level 1 that you're fighting there?
What's level 1?
She's like,
are you trying to say
I do
level 1.
I play level 30 GW. Are you playing level 85 GW?
I should say node 1 of 12.
No, I know. I'm kidding. I just thought it was fun.
Going against those hybrid First Order Jedi squad.
You get some strange combinations in GW. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I see what you went for there. Bad move, but I see what you were trying for. It's so random that some of the teams you get put together, like, okay, Sith and Geonosians, okay, I can maybe. And then you get some, you're like, wait a minute. Cup with what? No! What the hell is this?
Or you get a team full of all pilots because somebody's just been working on their pilots, and that's just like their highest that they have.
The Separatist synergy it's such a weird time to choose them to be. I mean, they're not reworked yet, so it's like the whole event is like literally like a bunch of characters that make no sense together, except for the Geonosians, right, and the droids, because they're new and obviously they're building up the Separatists right now, but. I mean, literally slapping together. I just slapped together Asajj Ventress, General Grievous, B2 Battle Droid, Count Dooku, and Sunfac, and somehow that worked, right? And they have zero synergy. Well, those are 5 characters that you would think that would never work together. Like if you were thinking about putting 5 characters together, this would be the last 5 that you would think to put together on a team.
Asajj is my sister, baby. I mean, that's what goes without any explanation. I mean, especially in threes. With threes being the majority of Grand Arena, that's the question I get the most about teams and defenses. And the Asajj zombie acolyte team that I put in the back wall on defense has gotten me so many defenses and holds. It's ridiculous. She is not somebody you want to just go, I'm going to try something different. I'm going to go Asajj, Sunfac, and Dooku. Well, you're going to get your ass kicked. So don't do that.
Yeah. I mean, it's just a weird faction right now because I mean it's a faction that they just threw together. So it's like none of these characters were ever built to work with each other at all, and now they're going to try to do this. And I don't know how. I think that they're going to do some stuff here. Obviously, Count Dooku and things like that are going to get reworked, but I wonder like how it's going to work now, and is it going to affect the synergies that any of these guys had before. Now, I mean, Count Dooku was mostly out of the meta, so it doesn't really matter for him. And obviously, the General Grievous team is going to stay intact, I'm sure. But, is Asajj Ventress somebody that's going to, I think, work with any of these characters other than, let's say, in a Night Sister team? I mean, do you think they'll work in some sort of separatist synergy for her?
I think she'll always be
No.
better with the Night Sisters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying is, like, do you think that they'll possibly work her into a synergy that could make her somebody you might consider, instead of using in GW with the Night Sisters, you know, maybe substitute another Night Sister in there and put her on maybe this team or something like that. I mean, that's what I'm wondering. I mean, like, with all these characters, like, you know, like, how's Newt Gunray going to work into this? And you know,
Right.
we were talking before about, like, what characters might become the new character.
I don't see it.
Maybe
Maybe, but as soon as they do something new, he's going to get a nerf. So let's not count that. You know,
it's already happened. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, he's already nerfed before they announced his rework. So I mean,
Yeah.
no, I think the Separatists will. I mean, Asajj is still going to be Night Sisters because it's just so damn good together. You know, the Night Sisters fives is just such a ridiculous team. So, but I don't see them pulling that synergy. I mean, if you look at the trend of the teams, they're all specifically linked, and it's very synergistic. And it's not like the old days where we had all these different characters and was trying to figure out a synergy based off what their kits did, but we didn't have all these tags as much as we do now. We didn't have the bonuses from the leader positions that we have now. And that's the big key thing, is that these get, you know, they're worded in a way that they work with certain characters and they get bonuses if they have this tag and stuff. So that's kind of what the trend is. I think for Separatists, it's going to be specific teams that you'll see. Maybe they rework some of this, but I don't think Asajj can be part of that whatsoever, because she's just too tied in more. She's more tied in with the Night Sister than the Separatists. You know, so she's got a Separatist tag just because she was with them for a little while. But, you know, I mean, you can give her a bounty hunter tag, but doesn't mean she's going to be great on bounty hunters. So
Right.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. I mean, I think it's
an interesting topic to discuss, though.
Yeah, I mean, you know, we'll see, you know, how everything works out. But I think that characters like Pava the Lesser, I think that most of the Geonosians are actually pretty okay. I think Sunfac could use like a Zeta and maybe like some upgrades, like some changes. But I think overall, like his kit, like, you know, being able to dispel with his basic and, you know, taunting and counter.
Yeah, their kits are outdated. The Geonosians kits are way outdated.
I like Geonosian Spy's kit too. I think he hits really hard. I think he could use like a
but it's still outdated. I mean, the Geonosians, just their kits, when you compare all these new characters that they've been in the game, Spy's a more recent addition, but they're just dated. You know, some of these characters that they've never had a rework, or their kits just do not stand the test of time to this new stuff, which is just ridiculous. You know, so, you know, the more ridiculous you make these newer kits, the more you have to go back to these older characters and really think and say, okay, how do we make this kind of be the same, but work and change what we need to work against these monster teams that we're creating. So, and that's the real challenge that CG's given themselves. So,
yeah, no, I mean, it's definitely cool. And like I said, I hope that some of the characters that they add to, you know, for territory battles and, you know, maybe some chase characters are gonna make some of these other teams complete. You know, like I hope we now have like a real team for Newt, where he's actually an applicable character and can actually be used inside of some sort of a squad, and the same for the Geonosians. It'd be cool if out of all this we were able to get, you know, let's say a whole solid Geonosian squad that actually worked decently in, you know, let's say territory wars or territory battles as, like, let's say a second-rate team. Again, you know, we don't want Geonosian meta, but I'll take, you know, a nice solid, let's say, you know, like first order, basically like a synergy on par with the first order synergy, like something like a team like that, or you know, or bounty hunter level, like that'd be cool, you know.
Yeah.
You know, when you think about all the teams in the game, you think about like there's like sort of tiers, right? Like right now, you'd say like the Jedi Revan and the Darth. Like up top is Darth Revan, right? But then you have like the Jedi Revan tier with, you know, and then there's a tier with like with CLS and like you know, Ray Jedi training and you know, some of those other teams, and then you have like, you know, your Darth Treya and your Palpatine tier. You have like different tiers of and now every team has counters to others, so it's a little different. But there's like certain tiers of where you look at these teams, and you know, there's like somewhere in the middle there would be nice. Not every team's going to be meta.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, so we're going to move on to our top 5 and also the meta report right now. First and foremost, the meta report here, as it indicates, would show you that Darth Revan is all over the place. Can you believe how much of a shift that's been in like 2 weeks?
Holy moly. Wow.
I mean, I'm not.
Are you surprised?
I'm not shocked. No, I mean, I knew this was going to happen. I just kind of was hoping that it would be a little different. I mean, a couple weeks ago, it was literally like a third Palpatine, a third Darth Revan, and then a third Jedi Revan.
Mm-hmm,
you know, so it was like basically 3 teams that could rock it, and now it's pretty much almost back to where it was with Jedi Revan, but Darth Revan, which is pretty much what everybody predicted. I mean, there's less than 5% of the other leaders besides Jedi Revan and Darth Revan. So you have 47 Commander Luke Skywalkers at rank 1.
That's got 2 C-3POs.
Yeah. 13 Padme Amidala's at rank 1. You guys rock.
And
you have 2 people.
Rich.
You know what's the best one though is you have the 2 people that are running C-3PO lead at rank 1.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Does C-3PO even have a leader ability?
Nope.
Nope.
Does that make any sense?
That's why I made the comment. Oh look, C-3PO is in the. You know, there's 2 of those that took first. Oh my goodness.
Somebody running C-3PO lead that's taking first place. There's 2 people running C-3PO. And C-3PO is in the top 10 leaders at rank 1.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty awesome, actually. I didn't even notice that till now, and I'm looking at it. That's crazy. C-3PO. That's funny. Anyway, yeah, this meta is like this, and some people love it, some people hate it. I mean, I love the Darth Revan synergy. I just wish, again, there was more of a mix-up, and it was a little bit more interesting. But this will be it for a little while, and then I'm sure, you know, the Padme Amidala meta will take over and just rush over the lands. The Padme Amidala meta.
It's not happening, brother. You already know that. Don't even. Ridiculous.
All right. Then we have the top 10 squad members at rank 1, which is pretty much what you would think. You know, it's Bastila Fallen, Revan, HK-47 Sith Trooper, and Malik. And then behind them, at a very distant, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you have Jedi Knight Revan, Jolie, Bastila Shan, General Kenobi, with Grandmaster Yoda leading the way there. So Grandmaster Yoda used to be the man in charge on this chart, and now he is slipped to the bottom there. And again, you know, there's not even another team besides the Jedi Knight Revan team and the Darth Revan team that's represented on this list here. So, but let's move on to our top 5 for the week. And this week we're doing top 5 Galactic Republic characters. Figured it'd be fitting to cover this topic, being that, you know, we're just on the cusp here of the new Padme Amidala meta, and we're trying to figure out what characters will probably work best with her, or what characters are the best in the faction at the moment. So, at number 5, who do we have here, Maurice?
RTD2 is number 5. This list was made before the event started, so we will see. But this he does provide lots of nice passive boosts for your Galactic Republic team. And also with that, Zeta provides a cleanse for all of your Galactic Republic as they are all light side allies. Harder hitting Anakin, harder hitting Ahsoka, healthier characters, which is going to generate probably a larger protection up pool, as the developers mansplained us on how protection up works nicely on the forum. Just an overall good boost to your team.
Yeah, I mean, being that he has that Galactic Republic tag with all the other tags, he'll synergize with the Galactic Republic characters. But if let's say you have a rebel on your team, or let's say it's just not all Galactic Republic, he can or has a really good chance to give bonuses to other factions as well, which makes the fact that he has so many faction tags a real bonus for him. Also, it's pretty much a given that he's gonna still be one of the more popular characters in the Galactic Republic, being that he's got so many bonuses that he gives to the team overall. I mean, he gives health boosts. I mean, there's like a whole list of different things that he does for every different faction, but he's got a ton of synergy, and he's just a great character. Stuns on his basic, and somebody you need, but the Galactic Republic again is going to get some changes here, with some of the reworks that are coming and things like that. So we'll have to see, how this list kind of shapes out in a few months, or maybe even sooner than that. We'll have to see when all the characters. Have they announced when the new character releases are going to be yet?
I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't kept up with the last couple of days, but they did announce a new Dooku rework, but I don't think they've announced any sort of light side additional.
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
I would imagine that, if they're going to be going, full on into this, obviously we got some love to, Anakin Skywalker and Ahsoka. I would imagine that they're going to be probably doing some stuff, maybe not to R2-D2, but I'd imagine characters like, maybe Mace Windu might get some love here in this time. We could talk about so many different Jedi that have been on our lists in the past for most needing a rework. I mean, we could pretty much include the entire Jedi faction as a top 5. Kit Fisto, Eth Koth. I mean, this is their time, if there ever was one, to give them some rework love. So, this Galactic.
It's not Eth Koth. Kill Eth Koth.
Eth Koth is good. 70% stun on his stun attack. Okay.
Yeah.
Eth Koth is good. Eth Koth.
So it's being lit on fire. It's just a matter of. I mean, right.
He was a pinnacle of my Jedi team when this game came out like 3 years ago.
I'm really sorry to hear that, man. I really am.
He was the cornerstone. Okay,
he has never been a cornerstone of a damn thing for me.
That Eth Koth.
Oh my god.
But that's our number 5 Galactic Republic character in the game. Moving along to our number 4, we have Ahsoka Tano. So Ahsoka obviously just got reworked, giving her, better synergy with Anakin and General Kenobi. And she also really became kind of an integral part to the Galactic Republic team with that rework. So, I mean, she's got, a lot of bonuses with the other characters like Padme. She's going to work with really well. I've seen some videos already on teams with Anakin, Kenobi, Ahsoka, and Padme, and for the most part they look pretty good. I mean, would you guys say that's a pretty solid team?
Forget that crap. What's up with those mods?
Don't talk about my Ahsoka mods. Okay,
What in the hell is going on with you? Why do we always get these pictures with these a 3-dot mod? Really?
Do you want to know the last time that Ahsoka...
Come on!
Do you want to know the last time Ahsoka meant anything to me in this game?
That doesn't matter. It's still... God, come on, man.
Those are filler mods, man. They're filler mods.
Sell that and put 5-dot mods on your characters. Good lord. Next week, Remon, sell all your 3 and 4-dot mods and just put 5-dot. I mean, they're great. I'll be happy. But this is ridiculous.
I would listen. I would rather have a 3.16 speed mod than a 5. Sometimes, I mean, for a character, I mean, certain characters, I just mod them for speed. You know, and if I have
so that green 3 there, 16 speed, huh?
Probably.
I'm calling shenanigans on that.
It has 16 speed.
No.
It probably doesn't even have any speed on it, but you know.
Got 19 offense on.
I have to know. Okay, listen. Stop making fun of my Ahsoka Tano.
Well, do something about it.
All right. Let's take a look. Let's take a look at Ahsoka's 3.mod here. Okay. It has 6 speed on it. Okay?
Oh well, I
6
stand corrected.
speed. Well, that was kind of a lot back then.
I have a 2 dot arrow mod on her with 19 plus speed.
Okay. Number 4 is covering that.
Yeah, we can't see that.
2 dot. Yeah. Mm. Oh my goodness.
You way to tattle on yourself there, buddy.
You know, she's good. Okay, she's modded perfectly.
She's good. That's wrong.
She's modded perfectly for the arena right now. She's ready to go.
No, please do not follow this example. You will get awful spots in arena, and then you will hate remod.
This is exactly how you want to mod your Ahsoka for the arena.
No, please don't do that. That's wrong. No, that's very, very wrong.
No.
But I do love her rework, though. Man, she is really good now.
It's not good advice.
I will definitely be using her because I was never a big fan of hers in the game anyway. Never. I hated using her.
Yeah, but now.
I still haven't used her yet with a rework.
She's pretty
I've been
nice.
so busy working on other stuff. So
yeah.
I still have her like G12 and all that stuff. So
she's nice. They really did it. I mean, of all the reworks, I think we can all. This one was one of the nicer ones that they did. I mean, heal, dispel. I mean, just ridiculous amount of stuff. A call and assist. She's nasty now. She's really good.
I need to literally just sit down one day and just start the massive like overhauling of my mod system.
You should.
I have.
You never have to do it again.
I have so many bad mods, and it's like I look at it and I'm like, oh man, I don't even want to do it. You know, like I'm just sitting there clicking on these. Like, it's like I love modding my focus teams, but it's like you know the other characters, like, you know, like I think to myself, like, you know, because especially like somebody like Ahsoka that's been pretty much irrelevant forever now. I mean, when you look at that, you think to yourself, like, I mean, you know, do I even want to put any decent what if I don't want to like have to search on other characters for mods when they're available, let's say later, because I put like, let's say a 12 speed mod on her that I want to use for a different character. So sometimes I prefer to like keep them, you know, in the list so I can see them a little better. But I mean, now with the new tools, it's a little bit. It doesn't really matter. So
right.
Well, I mean that, and she's got a ship, for Christ's sakes, man. Help a sister out there, buddy. She needs some 5 dot love, man.
Yeah.
But no, I think one thing I always tell people is like, once you go out and clear all your mods, put them on your characters, it takes a little time and effort. But then after that, you know, it's easy because after you do a full clean of your mods, right, and you get them all set, it takes a couple hours to get it squared away. Then every mod you get after that point, you can just look at it, roll it, see what happens, and sell it, get the hell out of Dodge. And that way you have inventory. Yeah. You know, so that it'll save you more time in the long term, Fremon, and get your roster a little bit more squared away, especially with GWs. But Grand Arenas and TWs, man.
Yeah, I got to do it. Yeah, I got to bite the bullet one day and just do it.
Just take one mod at a time, one type of mod at a time. Don't look at it as being something overwhelming. Take the little square one. Just kind of work on like some of those. Get rid of those bad ones. Sell them.
But
clean it out.
Have you ever sat there and like remodded, start remodding your characters? Like, all right, let me do this, and like you get into like you're sitting there, you're remodding, you're looking for good numbers, you're looking for right synergy for the character, you're looking for the right sets, and then all of a sudden, you look up and you realize 45 minutes have passed, and you just remodded one character. And it's like, you know what I mean? Like, or 2 characters or 3 characters. It's just like the list.
I do not have
the list looks so big. It's like then you look down, you're like, 40 more. Yeah, I'm not doing
the first
this.
thing you do is you want to go through and just put 5 dot mods on all your characters. That makes space in your inventory, right? And I would put all your speeds on there. It just makes it easier to filter, and anything you have left over speed, keep, and then or offense, keep those speed mods, etc. Right?
Well,
and then you go through and just burn them all, man. I mean, I could literally give me an hour and a half with just do this. Yeah. I mean, I like it, but I'm gonna say just do it, and you'll be like, okay, and then you'll be done. It's something that will really benefit. But we're getting off topic here. We could be on mods for the next 2 hours.
Yep. All right. Anyway, anything to add here, Maurice, about Ahsoka Tano?
Well, I mean, they gave her that synergy with, if Anakin's present, she attacks again. If GK's present, she attacks a 3rd time. And those 2 characters are more than likely going to be paired with her. She does give the 20% health heal on that special move. And again, all your Galactic Republic characters under Padme should be health oriented to get the more protection. So her heal is going to be pretty beneficial. So
yeah, she looks like a real nice piece now for the Galactic Republic. So we'll see how useful she is in the coming weeks as we find out more about this whole Clone Wars era and what they're going to do. And I'm hoping it's some of these Jedi characters, maybe some clones. I hope we get some nice things going here for reworks soon, because this is the era that really needs the most love right now as far as reworks are concerned. Mm-hmm. All right, let's move on to our number 3 Galactic Republic character. Who do we have here, Maurice?
Maurice is no more.
I think we lost Maurice.
Oh, that's what happens when you drive down there.
It's okay. So I'm gonna say our number 3 character is General Kenobi. So General Kenobi obviously also getting a Zeta, and now kind of synergizing a little better with Anakin and Ahsoka. He's already one of the best players in the game and one of the best characters in the game, so it kind of makes sense that he would be here as well. I think as far as a tank is concerned, at least in the present time, I can't think of a better one really to accompany this team. Mm-hmm. Whatever synergy you're using, whether it's Padme and Anakin and Kenobi, or let's say other characters get reworked and there's a tank that needs to be involved, and let's say sort of a hodgepodge team, I think Kenobi is kind of your best bet. He really has a lot of synergies that benefit all factions, more so than some of these other characters do. They're more faction specific. Kenobi, while he does have bonuses for Jedi and Galactic Republic, he also carries a lot of abilities that really just work for everybody. I mean, the ability to cleanse and call and assist for buff characters. He puts crit hit immunity regardless of your faction, I think, and that's makes him a really great, solid, all around character for the Galactic Republic, and I think the best tank in the faction.
I agree.
Well said, but then I look at your mods and all that shit went right out my ears because I'm going to kill you. I'm going to kill you, Remon. What is this? What is this?
What's wrong with my Kenobi now?
Oh, let's just start. Well, first of all, there's the 4 dot. I'll let that slide. Maybe it's, but then I can't because crit damage on Kenobi.
Just so you know, that 4 dot mod has 16 speeds.
The best
Oh man, that's funny. Yeah.
I'm going to kill you.
Yeah, he has 16 speed on that mod.
No, my God, what is this? I swear to God, Rimon, you better have defensive mods and stuff on him the next time we look at this poor bastard. No wonder you're probably going to Grand Arena like, I don't understand why I get raffle stomped all the time with my Kenobi.
But I'm
well, because Vince doesn't have any prel's of protection.
I'm telling you, okay, listen, that mod really does have 16 speed on it. I'm not kidding with you. It does.
I don't even worry about speed on it.
It's not even speed. You don't need speed on Kenobi.
Okay,
I think mine's my Kenobi's 159 speed.
Oh no!
Listen, I was running. I was modding Kenobi for speed because it was part of the Jedi Knight Revan team.
Right.
Okay, and I
no.
That's what I was doing. Okay, you know, so that's what he's modded for. Okay.
Yeah.
You know, and if you looked at some of the stats, I think you would agree that he's modded pretty darn well. Okay, he's got He's got a protection. He's got a protection arrow cross with 23% protection and 13 speed. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, he does have some crit chance. Okay.
You think? I mean, the mods makes mathematically.
Listen, he's good. All right, he's a good character.
Just pure. God bless you. Just God bless you.
Did we get Maurice back? What happened, Maurice?
He probably.
I heard him go bloopy stop.
I think he stroked out after he saw that the mods on Kenobi.
He saw the mods on my Kenobi, and he just
like, oh no, I can't take it anymore.
He had to ditch. Yeah, well, if he comes back, he comes back. That'd be great to have him. But hopefully, he gets that situation sorted out. Either way, Kenobi definitely makes his place here at number 3 for the Galactic Republic. Moving along to our number 2 Galactic Republic character in Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes, we have C-3PO, also the number 10 leader in Arena right now.
Number 10
in the world. Okay, 2 people.
Oh my.
So C-3PO has a ton of synergy with Galactic Republic and also with R2-D2.
Does he?
Yeah.
I mean, when I think of 3PO, yeah, he does have the Galactic Republic tag, but he is so damn nasty on Resistance and Rebels that this is just me. I mean, him on the Resistance team is pretty potent, and him on the Rebel team is just as potent. I just don't get the same synergy feel, and from what I've seen and played with, as I do with those other two teams. Him on a JTR team, like, you know, Phase 1 of the Sith Raid, or him on a Rebel team with CLS Lee, just ridiculously nasty. You know, I mean, I know they put out that 3PO was the 5th on that the new team with Padme. Do you guys get that sense? I don't think it does.
No, I don't get that. Yeah, it just, I don't know. It feels wrong.
I mean, it makes sense. He was there, you know, Goldenrod, with that, and he's such a good character. People, if you have not gotten your 3PO, I don't know what to tell you. He is that damn good. He is ridiculously good. Oh my god.
He gives a lot of buffs to the Galactic Republic. I mean,
true.
Each time a Galactic Republic or Ewok ally gains a different non-unique, non-protection buff, they gain 15% protection up for 2 turns. For each stack of translation, Galactic Republic has plus 10% defense penetration. So I mean, listen, I agree. You know, he's kind of a mixed bag. You could really use him in a lot of different teams. But I think that's, you know, he's somebody that's worth consideration. Again, we're kind of looking at this whole faction right now in broad strokes.
True.
Because we don't know what we're going to be looking at faction-wise. I mean, obviously, if they inserted this new character in Padme, I think they're going to kind of build some stuff around her. So maybe it won't just be Padme, but maybe it'll be, I don't know about characters like 3PO and characters that are relatively new. I don't know if they're going to really affect their kits in any way or anything like that, but I do have to imagine that some of these other characters around them are going to get some buffs and some synergies to kind of work with Padme and the Galactic Republic faction.
True. Very true.
I think that, being that that's the case, it's kind of tough to tell where things are going to shake out, but I would have to say that if there is some massive Galactic Republic faction that works out great, or maybe they even come up with enough reworks that two teams can work out good. I think that C-3PO would be one of them. Unless you're talking about including him on that CLS team, which I wouldn't take him off of right now for anything. So I don't know, but. Again, he might be somebody you can use in some interesting situations, but.
I was about to give you the highest compliment ever, Remon, because I wrote mods on 3PO, and then I saw another 4-dot mod. I wanted so badly to God, good job, Remon. I saw the 4-dot, I'm like, never mind. I'm sorry, it has 16 speed.
16,
yes, go ahead.
16 speed. 16 speed on that mod. 16 speed on that mod.
And
I was just kind of waiting for Ranger to look at the mods because he didn't say anything.
I didn't register first. I was like, okay, speed set. I can see this.
Yeah.
Nice.
I was waiting for it.
Slicing me, and then I'm like, wait, where's the?
Dane Carroll donated $2 again. Thank you very much, my friend. He says, I think Ramon needs to sit down with Grande.
Oh my God, you need to reach out to Grande, and you need to have him sit and have a bonding session with you, buddy. He'll do it too. He'll be like, for you, he will do it.
This top 5 has become.
He's going to yell at you. But you've got to endure it.
This top 5 has become more of a roster review for me.
It really has.
Than anything else. At least I'll take a free roster review from Ranger anytime. Okay, so I appreciate it.
I may be dumb, but I'm dumb, so keep that in mind.
But that's our number 2 Galactic Republic character. Moving along to our number 1 Galactic Republic character in the game, Anakin Skywalker. So Jedi Anakin is, again, this is before the Padme Amidala release, and also, I'm kind of making this list in the sense that we want to kind of talk about the top 5 characters, for the Galactic Republic to work with Padme. So, but she would probably be on this list as well now that she's out in the game. So, but this was the top 5 that we were going to use for last week, and we just had to kind of hold off on last week's episode for various different reasons. Game of Thrones. No, but it was it was other stuff too. And what a disappointment that episode was.
But this week's made up for it. So I'm just saying.
What a disappointment! I don't even want to talk about it. Okay, because I'm a fan.
We can't. It's too many people haven't seen it yet. Yeah, it's like a game.
I'm a fan.
I have never seen one episode.
I'm a fan of the books and the show, and I got to tell you, they did no justice to some of those characters.
Don't do it, Remon. There's people who haven't seen it. You're gonna.
Yeah, I guess. Anyway. Enough Game of Thrones. Enough Thrones.
Now this is the kind of modding I like to see. This is a good modded Anakin. There you go. Damage, crit chance, hell yeah. Get you some Anakin.
I love offense and crit chance and crit damage and speed. It's just
on your tanks as well. So hey,
on everybody.
You're an equal opportunity messer modder.
I got crit damage on my C-3PO, bro.
Sure. Why not? He doesn't actually attack, but it makes sense.
No. Speed and potency for that guy. All right, so Anakin obviously got reworked, has now a really good synergy with Ahsoka and with General Kenobi. His AoE ability now is pretty devastating. So it does a lot of damage, and it kind of makes him instantly a much more important character. And some people were worried that his rework was actually too good, and I think that's kind of another one of those situations where maybe we were panicking a little bit too fast and didn't let things kind of settle. And notice that, obviously now we're not seeing any Anakin teams taking out Darth Revan teams in Arena too frequently. Even though there is a lot of, mixed teams in the middle there somewhere, the majority of the rank 1 teams at the top of Arena are Darth Revan. So, I mean, again, I don't think the rework was going to end up being too much of a factor in that anyway. But I mean, it was nice to see people throw their Anakin in some different squads, and sometimes you get surprised. You just get blasted by an Anakin at the end, and it's over, and it happens.
Well, he underestimated his power. And, those things happen.
Underestimate my power.
You underestimate my power.
I can just envision him saying it right now. Don't underestimate my power.
Have I told you about sand? I hate it. It's coarse, it gets everywhere, even in my underwear.
It's I mean, it's so tough to cast somebody who like Darth Vader, but I have to imagine that when they were thinking about this, that they had to think to themselves okay, in 2 years when we make the sequel to this movie, is this kid gonna have is he gonna be I guess they have to find somebody who is both compassionate and dark at the same time. So Hayden Christensen, I guess, kind of fits the bill. But I'm just saying, it would have been nice if we had a character that was more.
Well, when the movie came out, Clone Wars hadn't come. The animated series.
The Anakin from the movies has in my eyes
much more in depth, much more. You get a much deeper understanding of the character and his journey. I mean, in Episode 3 was you're looking at Anakin, and he did a good job. Revenge of the Sith is one of my favorite Star Wars movies, and I thought the relationship with him and Kenobi was good. And the problem people had is he just instantly turned so quickly. And I think now that if you go and watch Clone Wars and then you watch Revenge of the Sith, then you kind of get it. Him losing Ahsoka and everything that happens in the Clone Wars. I mean, it's a different. But yeah, when that movie came out, people were like, just like that, you're gonna go kill younglings. Fantastic, that works for me.
If you watch the Anakin from the Clone Wars, I have a completely different vision of that Anakin and the one that we got in the movies. Right, the one from the Clone Wars is badass, right? He's really ridiculous, and that's another thing that they kind of missed from the movie is they didn't really explain how you don't get the sense of how important Anakin is to them. You just kind of look at it and you get it from more an enclosed view because you're only looking at it from Anakin's perspective and Kenobi's perspective, and they're both Jedi or whatever. But if you look at how revered Anakin is with the clone army and all this stuff during the Clone Wars show,
you're about to see it. Next season of Clone Wars, baby, the final season.
Anakin is such a badass to them. He's saved their butts so many times, and he's he's killed all these other. There's so much stuff, but between that, really, because you miss all that stuff in the movie, it's you really just see Anakin kind of as a different character. You're almost unsympathetic to him, and if you knew the whole story that was actually supposed to be in the book, which was in the book, but never actually made it on screen. I think Lucas had originally intended for Palpatine to basically tell him that he kind of created him. He created him, right? So
Lord Vader.
So Palpatine is in essence kind of like his father, right? So if you think about that fact, if that had actually been in there, and he had basically told him that he manipulated the midi-chlorians or whatever to make Anakin, and
not the midi-chlorian discussion.
I think that's why he dropped it. But I think that he had actually.
What are midi-chlorians?
If let's say he had shown Anakin that he's in some way like his dad too, that would make him kind of turning on Mace Windu make a little bit more sense.
Well,
when I When I watch the Mace Windu thing, every time I see the Mace Windu scene, I'm like, Anakin, don't do it. You know, come on, just kill Palpatine. You know, and it's like, you know, it's so weird to see him make that decision because he just was like with Mace Windu. He basically ratted Palpatine out, and it's like I don't buy it as much as if, like, let's say a few scenes before that, Palpatine said, like, you know, basically, I'm your father. And I guess they didn't want to have the same reveal that they had from the original trilogy, where, you know, Luke's dad is Vader and Palpatine's dad is Anakin. You know, Anakin's dad is Palpatine, and you find out all this stuff. But that, even though it would have been following the same idea, I still would have loved that explanation more, because that would have then kind of given you more of a reason as to why he ended up going with Palpatine in the first place. This guy's kind of really, he created him. He's like his dad. So it's like, and again, that's still kind of a shallow reason to do it. But I mean, if they had built that up a little bit more, it would have been more. I think people would have bought it more. You know, why Anakin turned and all of a sudden started doing all the things that he did, because it was like, you know, it's almost like
they went for the angle of the fear of loss. You know, I mean, that's really where they drew it from. The reason he did the things that he did, and it works. I do. Yeah, like I said, hindsight's 2020. Is there any special mentions or honorable mentions in this week's top 5?
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, there is, Ranger. As a matter of fact, there is.
I can't wait to see this one.
The honorable mention for this week's top 5 is Grandmaster Yoda. Brought to you by Star Wars. Yeah, so
made the list I have.
Grandmaster Yoda, obviously being one of the best offensive characters in the game, I think will be an important character for you know, any team that has a Galactic Republic synergy. You know, because I mean, he just does so many cool things. You know, AOEs, spreads buffs. He does a lot of damage. He reduces turn meter, stuns. You know, he gives himself turn meter with every basic attack that he does. Plus, he gets foresight. I got to tell you, you know, his ability to, you know, spread the buffs to the whole team, especially being that it seems like the Padme teams are all kind of relying around buffs. You know, he's going to help, you know, get them tenacity up, to kind of prevent them from being dispelled and gaining debuffs. So it's all good stuff. You know, I think that Grandmaster Yoda is definitely a great, you know, Galactic Republic character, and whatever or however the faction ends up shaking out based upon reworks and things that happen in the coming weeks or months, I'm sure he'll be a character that'll be kind of thrown around into different squads, and you know, possibly one of the more utilized Galactic Republic characters in all. Any thoughts? Anything? Any opinions? Anything wrong with my Grandmaster Yoda mods?
No, can't really see them. They're 6Es.
Some of those.
Yeah, so
it looks good so far.
Can't argue with 16 mods now. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that my Grandmaster Yoda was up to your standards this evening,
and the standards of like the community. I'm just
and the standards of the community, just to say that, you know, just to throw that out there.
Throwing that out there, yeah.
But yeah, that's our top 5 for this week. So we'll go back to.
I like it.
We'll go back to some me looking at C-3PO, and me doing finishing up some of my dailies now. Being that we lost Maurice,
I'm going through and see if there's any questions for you, buddy.
Yeah, I appreciate you helping me out with that.
Let's see here.
So, excuse us, guys, if we've lost anything that's already buried in the chat and we didn't get it, because again, I didn't expect, and I'm sure Maurice didn't expect to get disconnected, but you know, he was on a road trip, so I think I'm just glad he was able to join us at all. That's cool of him to jump on.
The Captain Blackbeard question: what are the mods you need for this event? Well, I think it's dependent on what characters you're running, but not 3 dot or 4 dot mods. I could tell you that. Right?
I would say with Grievous, you want to go with health, right?
Yeah.
Let's see here, Xylo. Stoner Jedi says, question, how's the panel's opening GA look? I haven't set defense yet, and we haven't even begun the battles. I don't know how everyone else is. So,
well, I have a 6-star Gear 8 Padme, so my Grand Arena looks pretty promising right now.
There you go.
Yep.
Too bad that it was already logged in, so you won't be able to.
Damn it! You're
just
right.
throw that out there.
You're right.
Yeah. I didn't mean to burst your bubble, but I got it. So, and that depends on when you got your 5-star. You usually got it yesterday, so you still should be able to use your 5-star. But I don't think you'd have the gear on her yet, so she's not going to be a part of your plans. The strategy.
But I didn't unlock her until tonight on the stream.
I know. So she's not a part of your equation.
She's not a part of the equation. What a
let's see here. Nathaniel Morgan question: will there be a special mission where you decapitate Django?
That would be cool. That would be cool. They did say that there's going to be a special mission with that monster, though, right? I think some people said they heard that. Like there's going to be a territory battles mission where you got to fight that monster thing from. From that event.
Accolade or whatever it's called.
I think somebody said that they saw a developer at the Star Wars Celebration. Now this could just be nonsense. So I mean, I don't know if this is legitimate, or I don't think they even said anything. Maybe they did.
Yes, they did. Yes, they did, because I had somebody there at the booth telling me at that time of what was going on.
So basically, this monster from Geonosis in that battle there with all the Jedi and the Geonosians,
sure,
was basically that monster there is going to be in the game somehow. So,
all right. Let's see here. Think her, is it just me or did the lady stream just laugh like Palpatine? Well, there you go. You got that nice Palpatine laugh. There you go.
I do a Palpatine impression, so.
The laugh is wrong with you. All right. Nev, is it just me, or is that arm icon that goes with unwavering courage the arm from the Rosie the Riveter posters? Not a bad call.
Oh my, yeah, that's exactly what it looks like. That is like the dumbest.
That's from World War II. Yes. You too. You can do your part. Come work for us because we have no money. Man, get down here. Let's see here. Takedown games. What about Xeris as the 5th? No.
I'd have to play with that a bit before.
Yeah, just to see.
Yeah, it's going to take a while to come up with either the 5th or even an entire team, because this is just, it might have synergy and stuff, and that's what they expect you to play. That's not always what works out.
All right. Hans Omar von Harold Duarte. Question. I still have the glitch that I get empty space, and at the end, I get my rewards at the sim battle. I get full sim capability instead of getting the 1 and selecting the number of sim.
Yes, I get that glitch too. It's a
really?
visual
I've never
glitch.
seen that. Yeah.
What happens is that you get like all your gear and stuff.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
There's a blank spot, or you see just one piece.
Yeah.
Or whatever. It's a visual glitch is what it is.
And now we got the sound glitch too. I swear if I turn this game on one more time and get blasted in the ear by the music and the sound effects, I'm going to get very angry. And I'm going to write CJ letters on how angry I am.
So what do you? I'm thinking about buying this mod here. 1.25% defense primary on a defense set with 5 speed secondary.
That one right there?
On a cross? No.
No.
No defense primary on a cross? On a defense set?
No.
No.
Not not for 2.93, no.
I know that 5 speed looks yummy, but
it's
defense. If it had something else, if it had like
protection or tenacity,
it's a deceptive mod. It's a deceptive mod.
I know. That's why we're here.
That's what they like to do, is they like to mix and match, and you just have to. It's like RNG. You got to come up with the right combination.
What about this mod here? 1.25% defense with 4 speed secondary, and it's a purple mod for
Well,
offense.
they're all defense, but purple force speed with protection health. No,
No. With an offense mod, you want something a little more offensy.
yeah,
A little more offensy.
yeah. I mean, the diamond's always going to be defense, but you want to see like if you're going to get a diamond, but that's offense. You want offense secondary in the at least one offense secondary in there.
What?
I mean, offense speed would be perfect, but I mean, if it's got offense, you can still use it. I would actually purchase it depending on what the stat is on the, but yeah. But Hans says, my question is also, do you have any idea when they will fix that? I have no idea.
No clue. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's been going on for quite a while, at least 6 months that I know of.
Let's see. Can't touch this. Remon, how much do you I'm kind of interested.
Well, you name your price, brother.
Wow, I mean, this is Remon we're talking about here. This is high-end quality modding. You don't.
You name your price, and I'll think about it. Okay.
yeah, they're like $5. It was like, oh.
I've definitely sold on that. Yeah.
Let me tell you about 3-dot mods, buddy.
Hey, listen, there's definitely people out there that are, more of an expert in mods than me. That's fine. I'm okay with that.
Matt Richmond question: if Padme is faster than Darth Revan, would Rex be a good fit for Tenacity? No, because there's so many dispellers on that team that it's not going to make a damn bit of difference.
Yeah.
I mean, Malak alone is going to be going, ooh. I'm telling you, when the team right now, you can't beat Darth Revan with Padme, depending on the mods. But if you run into any Gear 12 Malaks, forget it. I don't care who you run on that team, it ain't happening. It's ridiculous.
So basically Padme is not going to dominate the meta.
No.
Kind of like a decent B or B minus team.
Okay.
I think.
I still think it's the third best team. I mean, the Jedi Knight Revan team and Darth Revan, I think, have them a little bit more. Now, there were some videos out today, that I've seen last day or two of Palpatine dominating that team. But that is so mod dependent. I have to see more into that, but I still think it's the best third team overall in the meta. It's really good, but it requires a lot of Zetas, a lot of gearing to get it to that level, and the mods have to be really good. Let's see. Next question. I'm looking. Are we caught up? I think we're caught up. We are caught up. There we go. We caught up.
This is a good thing. This is a good thing. All right, I just gotta finish up my daily here, which is now completed. Completado. Is that a thing? I don't think completado. I don't think completado is a word.
I don't speak French. I'm sorry.
Okay, so we'll go into a galactic war battle here with my my Geonosis Queen. And
sure.
We're gonna wrap it up. So, guys, I appreciate everybody coming out. I'm sure Maurice appreciates it as well, wherever he is. I hope he's okay, and we will be back next week. So. Make sure to check out Ranger and Finity stream on Reality Skewed Gamers on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on the Reality Skewed Gamers channel. The link is in the description of the live stream. Also, make sure to check out good old Maurice and TMoney stream on the Operation Metaverse channel. Link is also in the description on Tuesday night at 9:30. Or is it 8:30?
Operation Metaverse is at 8:30, I believe. Don't quote me on that.
The information about when their stream starts also is in the description. So definitely,
I think so, yeah.
Definitely go check out their stream on Tuesday night, and we'll be back next Saturday with next Saturday with Jedi Academy, and also on Sunday with another Alliance live show on my channel. So definitely look forward to seeing you guys there. I appreciate everybody sticking out tonight. I'm glad I was able to get Padme to 6 stars, and if I'm able to somehow get the characters geared up enough to get her any further, I'll make sure to record it. But otherwise, I think that's going to be pretty much it for me with her this week, guys. But we'll see. Hopefully we get some more information in the coming days about any upcoming reworks and other things that are coming to the game. Seems like they've been pretty transparent lately about some of the information, so hopefully they continue with that and we get some more data as the days pass. But again, may the force be with everyone, and we'll see you on the next time. Have a good night.